following contest is a non-title bout set for one fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Shannon the Dude and representing the faction, he is the OVW Heavyweight Champion, the Indian Lion, Mahabali Shera.
The OVW Heavyweight Champion and the muscle of the faction, Mahabali Shera.
Which is saying something with all the muscles that they have, including Shannon the Dude. His great quads, you just can't tell.
Shannon the Dude has a great nothing. Shera, though, I will say, you don't understand the size of Shera until you see him in person. The television does not do it justice.
And his opponent from Jonesboro, Arkansas, he is the Arkansas Roughneck, Shotgun Tony Gunn.
Guys, when Tony Gunn hits that Davis Arena curtain, when he steps under the lights of DC Productions, the mood changes.
The man considers himself the best that there is in OVW, but the title belt around the waist of Mahabali Shera tells a different story.
Tony Gunn definitely believes when he steps in that ring, you are looking at the best there is. Not only does Tony come in with a ton of talent, he comes in with a barrel full of bad attitude. And rightfully so, after what Shera did to him at Christmas Chaos, who robbed Tony Gunn of that OVW National Heavyweight Championship by slamming a steel cage door in his face. This crowd coming alive for Tony Gunn so much I can barely even hear you guys. Tony Gunn just so popular here at Davis Arena. You're seeing Shera, Shannon the Dude, realizing they're in a situation they're not ready for.
The crowd firmly behind Tony Gunn. Obviously, this crowd incredibly misguided.
And Mahabali Shera wants absolutely nothing to do with Tony Gunn.
Man, can you blame him? I mean, guys, let's even take it back even further than December. Let's go back to the last Country Boy Brewing Kentucky Heavyweight Championship match where Tony Gunn injured Mahabali Shera, put him on the shelf. You gotta think Shera has that on his mind.
And look at that, Gunn just flinging a bottle of water at Mahabali Shera, calling him a coward. Tony Gunn wants nothing more than to get in that ring, stand toe-to-toe with every member of the faction, Mahabali Shera included, and just beat their ass from pillar to post. I don't blame him, and I want to see it. The problem with Shera is you can't turn your back on Shera. He's so powerful, he's explosive.
Tony almost lost his head there after that lariat. Shera using Shannon as a distraction. And obviously Shera, that mindset, that shift in his personality since December, not afraid to take the shortcuts, especially the ones with
Shannon the douche at ringside.
He's a glittery shortcut.
Yes, and that's why I'm saying you can't turn your back on Mahabali Shera. Again, I don't like Shera. I don't like the people that he keeps around him. However, I will take nothing away from the power, the strength, and just, I mean, let's be honest here. He's a marvel. He's a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-generation talent is Mahabali Shera, but Tony Gunn does not care about that.
Tony Gunn might be chokeslammed through the ring here, no?
Tony Gunn fighting out of that vicious chokeslam from Shera. Now, Steve, you're the person who knows a thing or two about intoxication. Shera intoxicated by being with the faction, feeling like he's part of this elite group.
Shera has a sense of power now, both literally and figuratively. Oh, huge clothesline in the corner. Shera has a sense of power now, both literally and figuratively, that he's never had before. My God, Tony is wailing on him here in the corner.
Sense of power from Gunn right now. Again,
Mahabali Shera turned his back on the OVW faithful in the OVW locker room when he allied himself with Jesse Goddard at the expense of Tony Gunn. This one's not about wins and losses. This is about putting marks on a person's body that aren't going to go away. That's Gunn's mindset.
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Josh. And hold on. Ooh, Gunn to that top turnbuckle. Back in December, Shera was the self-appointed enforcer by Al Snow for that cage match. And then he turned his back on Tony Gunn, the OVW faithful. Everyone in OVW this night, part of the faction.
I don't know if Shera was trying to give Gunn one of his trash plexes or if Gunn managed to just pop right back out on sheer adrenaline.
Sometimes when you cock the gun, it goes off. Tony Gunn ready to explode now on Shera.
Well, there's no safety on Tony Gunn. He's always ready to blow.
Gunn using an obviously illegal tactic using that vest there.
Using an illegal tactic. Look at the size difference between Mahabali Shera and Tony Gunn. Tony has the heart of a man 3 times the size of Shera, but Tony will use a shortcut when he can get the advantage.
Well, you just saw Tony Gunn hurling his entire body at the mass that is Mahabali Shera. And that's where he's pulling anything he can to get a little purchase in this matchup. But right now, Tony Gunn in control. Hold on, what's Gunn thinking here? Oh, goes for a baseball slide, but Shera steps out and pulls him through.
Shera saw it coming and now just laces Gunn in the back of the head with one of those 12-6 elbows, Brian.
Shera's obviously more of a cricket guy, not really feeling that baseball slide, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm sorry.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Shera on the attack now. Oh, gosh, face first Tony Gunn. Look at Gunn trying to fight back, but Shera just too powerful, Josh.
Gunn swinging back any chance he can. Tony Gunn will find a way to try to punch, to kick, to scrape, to claw, anything he can at his opponent, even when it looks like he's in a bad position.
Hold on, speaking of a bad position.
Oh, Mahabali Shera rolling in, breaking referee Daniel Spencer's count. But look at that!
Nobody home. Shera just closed on a steel post.
Shera rolled into the ring to save himself from getting counted out, but he may have just cost himself.
Folks, don't go anywhere. This Hour 1 main event is not going anywhere, and neither should you. Folks, welcome back to this main event, Shera versus Tony Gunn. And guys, how lucky are we to have this inside the historic Davis Arena? A main event anywhere in the country on any given night.
Unbelievable action here in OVW in our main event and all night tonight. Tony Gunn right now is wailing on him.
Tony Gunn taking out weeks of frustration on the face of Mahabali Shera.
I couldn't be happier to see it.
Now, Josh, you've been in a group that Tony Gunn has waged war against in the LOB. Now, you're seeing him do that again with the faction. What should they be worried about?
The faction.
Everything. When you have Tony Gunn on the opposite side of the ring from you, you should be worried about everything. Gunn is unpredictable. He's a loose cannon. And once he starts getting a little bit of momentum behind him, like he is right now, he's damn near unstoppable.
This crowd chanting, click, click, boom, but they must see a cannonball explosion in the corner.
Shera might be knocked out cold. It could be absolutely elementary up to this point.
Shera might be in trouble here. Tony Gunn is feeling it. He's got mountains of momentum. Can he take out the OVW Heavyweight Champion?
Gunn looking for that springboard knee strike.
Right on the money.
Manages to nail it. And Tony now loading up for that kill shot, Brian.
Kill shots being put in the barrel. Shera is on another planet right now. Tony Gunn might be just seconds away from a big win. Imagine what the faction would do if Shera lost. Hold on. Gunn up and over.
Launched like a rocket.
Up and over all the way to the floor. Referee Daniel Spencer says it was momentum. Momentum carried it over, as throwing your opponent over the top rope in OVW is disqualification.
Sure is. And Shera looking very confident in what he's just done. Looking very confident now and sidestepping Tony Gunn. Shera taking a little time to recoup, but that should tell you this, how strong Shera is, that he needs time to get a breath.
Shera now just hammering away on the body of Tony Gunn on the outside here.
Tony Gunn, body almost limp, guys, but that's a good, almost 10-foot fall down to the mat.
Now he's choking the very life out of shotgun Tony Gunn.
And again with that elbow strike right in between the shoulder blades.
Yeah, a little too close to the commentator's desk for my liking.
Shera's maybe thinking something dangerous on the outside, but once you get him inside and get that win while Tony Gunn is vulnerable. Indian Lion can't give Tony Gunn any room here to breathe. He's got to sink those fangs in if Shera wants to win.
And now just choking away at Tony Gunn blatantly in front of referee Daniel Spencer.
He's got till 5, and he's using every second of it.
Again, guys, a rivalry over a year old. Tony Gunn putting Shera on the shelf. Shera stealing that OVW National Heavyweight Championship opportunity from Gunn's grasp.
Oh, now look at Shannon the douche.
Trying to help Tony Gunn out, but Tony refusing to let Shannon help.
What a scumbag.
Of Tony, yeah, how selfish. You're right.
What?
See if anything knows about scumbags, it's you, buddy. Shera dropping those clotheslines now on Tony Gunn in the corner. A little vice versa from earlier, guys. We saw Tony Gunn unload on Shera in that same corner earlier tonight. Hold on.
You see that weasel Shannon the dude on the outside cheering on Mahabali Shera.
Hey, weasels are cute animals. Oh my God!
Variation of a blue thunder bomb there out of Mahabali Shera. Cover! Only 2 count.
Gunn somehow got the shoulder. It might have been desperation. Look at Shera, though. Not giving him an inch, right back on the attack, applying the pressure.
Right in there with that chin lock. Legal as could be. Tony doing everything he can to get one more breath in his lungs.
Tony Gunn, that air being cut. Look at that vein popping out on the forehead of Tony Gunn. The oxygen being cut off here. The blood rushing to his head.
Oh, and now Shera manages to switch his body weight, spreads himself out there, forcing Gunn down, and now Shera trying to crank upwards with his upper body, putting even more torque on the neck of Gunn.
Look at that look of intensity on Shera's face. You look at Gunn, guys, he might be going. He might be fading here.
He might be getting snuffed out. The thorn in the side of the faction might finally be plucked and tossed.
Tony Gunn fighting for every breath that he can draw into his body right now. The OVW faithful willing him on.
Arkansas Roughneck almost back to his feet from a prone position. Gunn might be able to fight back into this if he's got a little bit more. Oh, Shera cutting him off at the pass.
Oh, Gunn slides out. Takes him down.
Takes himself down at the same time. Gunn's taking so much damage he could not capitalize after that huge maneuver.
Reverse DDT out of Tony Gunn. We've seen him win championships with that, Brian.
He's trying to get over there for a pin. Mahabali Shera already starting to get back to his feet here.
Tony Gunn taking that much needed time to get some breath. So you see he's got his eyes on Shera, but oh, Shera on the attack before Gunn was ready there.
Gunn fights out though. The southpaw of Tony Gunn with the punches to the jaw, the chops to the chest. Gunn trying to unload now.
The most serious southpaw in Arkansas, Tony Gunn. Oh, big knee.
Right to the chin, takes the big man down.
Ooh. Gunn's own momentum used against him there. Big boot from Shera. Again, 2 count.
Referee Daniel Spencer right on top of it. Nearly had this match won, did Mahabali Shera.
Now, guys, the personal stakes in this are high. We've talked about that, but you got to think it's on Gunn's mind. If he beats an OVW heavyweight champion, he's back in title contention. What better way to show a crack in the armor of the faction?
Not only is he back in title contention, but he's taken down one of the biggest, baddest members of the faction.
Oh, hold on. Shera looking for that choke slam.
Wait, Gunn hangs on.
When Gunn rolls him through, is he trying to get an arm bar?
Not trying to. He does have the arm bar.
Well, Gunn's trying to get that elbow straightened out. If he can get that arm straightened all the way out, he can lock that in, that cross arm breaker.
Tony got it extended. Look at the look of concern on Shera the dude's face. You see Shera flailing.
Gunn's got to get Shera's body flexed completely out. Hang on, cover.
Shera rolls him into a pin, tries to break up the submission, but Gunn right back into it.
Gunn's got to use his legs to force Shera's body back down to the canvas while popping his hips up to try to hyperextend that elbow and that shoulder.
Looks like he's got it turned into a triangle.
He does. It looks like he's got it into a triangle choke, but I don't know how deep.
Gunn sticking on him like white on rice, not letting up the pain, not letting up the pressure.
He may have that left shin under the throat.
He should have that left shin.
Shera.
If he does, he's got him in a completely different hold.
And look how red Shera's face is, guys. The blood rushing to his brain. Shera again trying to fight out.
Oh my God!
Desperation power bomb. Shera gets some much needed distance.
Desperation or not, it was damn sure effective.
Mahabali Shera now lying in wait for Tony Gunn. Gunn slow to get back to his feet, Brian.
Oh, Shera goes for the boot, but nobody home. Kill shot! Gunn hit the kill shot! Out of nowhere!
Down goes Shera! Gunn fighting to roll him over.
What? What?
The hell just happened?
Did we get a 3 count? Did Gordon just get excited?
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, time has expired. The referee has ruled the match a draw.
Oh, come on.
A draw? Are you kidding me?
Come on. Ridiculous.
Tony Gunn had Mahabali Shera. It looked like he had a pin for a 3 count.
Tony Gunn had the OVW Heavyweight Champion beaten.